Hello and welcome to episode I forgot to check of Destination Divergence. 19? I want to say 19. It might be 20. Whichever it is, it's fine. Last week, we did a lot of crafting. There's a gathering of supplies, kind of fixing up the base in the Eldritch Groves that you all have taken over. Significant progress on a lot of projects have been made. Some things got finished, like you are now able to craft cloaks of protection. Leroy is learning to smith. There's some tattoos being worked on, some full plate being crafted, but about halfway through all of the projects, you all decided it's time to leave for passage at this point. Just as a time frame reminder, you currently have about a week and a half until the 14th of Sephiroth, which is when AH, whoever they are, arrives in passage. It is currently the 24th of Ron.
Well, I don't know about everybody else, but that sounds like time to get moving.
Yeah.
It's moving time.
Should keep our appointments.
All right. Here's a good question. How do we want to lock up?
You probably should have prepared that ahead of time.
Possibly.
So, as a reminder of the options, you could take a couple days east to hit the roads and take the roads to passage, or you could just go straight north through the Eldritch Groves. Although you'd move much slower through the groves, and it might be more dangerous. It's distance-wise shorter that way, technically.
So, if I remember correctly, we were going to go east back to the roads, but also pick up our horses and then take that up.
Right, you are.
Okay,
Northeast,
so do
yeah.
that. Do we want to take any kind of precautions to attempt to secure the location, the secret base?
Have we figured out how to recharge the pedestals?
No.
We have not touched the pedestals.
Cover the entrance in bushes?
I mean, I was thinking, like, lock it shut with bars of metal or something, but yeah, we could do that.
Do that too.
Yeah, I mean, if we could lock it, like, completely down, make this entrance completely inaccessible, that would be worth it. Because I feel like the
Someone
next
said
time
shatter the roof.
we have a chance to come back here, we'll probably be able to teleport. Oh, but then we would have to, like... Never mind. Perhaps that would not be wise.
Friendly reminder that the opening to the ruins is about a 60-foot wide hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't
Bush.
sound very hideable.
How about we put signs nearby that say, like, incredibly interesting dungeon this way, and then either point them somewhere else or make them look like people died? Yeah.
I don't know. I think we can kind of just leave it. No one really goes
Yeah,
into
we
the
just walk
Eldritch
away.
Groves.
Yeah, I don't think we should think too hard on it.
And then
I'm
when we
still about a
teleport
real
back,
estate deal here.
then when we teleport back in, we'll just be ready to kick some people out potentially.
Yeah.
Yes, we might have to deal with interlopers later. Waters.
That's okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right, who's leading the way through the forest? Or through the grove, rather.
I assume trust in that.
That would be me, probably, since I'm the one with the highest survival.
All right, and you guys
Yeah,
traveling
that's
at a normal pace, or you trying to really push through, go stealthy?
Do we need to go stealthy?
I can go stealthy at normal speed. What's up?
I think a measured pace would be
Um,
the best choice.
yeah.
I think that's probably correct.
All right.
If we go stealthy, then we're actively avoiding any wildlife we might encounter. So maybe that might be better, but
That's fair. I mean, I could scout ahead at our normal pace and like see if there's wildlife. I don't know if that's helpful.
not sure.
I don't know if we're going to be able to super avoid it. I think
Yeah.
we gave ourselves time for a reason. I think we should just make a steady pace, not going too slow, but also not exerting ourselves.
Okay, casual pace.
All right, dropping down and army crawling.
Very safe.
Alrighty. A survival roll for.
Why does it roll twice?
I don't know. That is weird.
16.
Yeah, either way, 16 sounds good to me. So, the area around has changed since you last really have seen it, thanks to all these little balls of fire that are now scattered on all the wildlife. But you still manage to make out a few of the landmarks, the funny shaped trees and rocks and things that you've noticed on your way in and out of the groves before. And you feel like you make a pretty good pace. You would guesstimate that you're about halfway through the grove to getting out.
Halfway through what? I missed the end of it. I'm sorry.
So you're about halfway through the grove, or halfway through getting through out of the grove. You would estimate.
Okay,
Okay.
at the end of the first day.
Yes.
Nice.
Okay.
All right.
Well, other than keeping our eyes out, I suppose we're just traveling.
Yep.
Okay.
Unless anyone specifically wants to, I don't know, try to mark a path back.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
Of
That's nope,
course,
nope,
seems
don't do it.
to start with that, yeah.
Oh, I had forgotten that you actually had begun to mark a path previously.
Oh yeah.
I'll say because of that, you actually are able to make it out of the groves in one day. So you're on the edge of the groves now,
Oh,
because
nice.
part of the way was previously marked by your party members.
Sweet.
All right then. Sounds like time for our first rest.
Sounds about right.
All right. If I could have whoever is keeping track of food, I guess that's Marcelo, who hasn't caught up with us yet. We'll make sure to let him know later, or everyone can just eat rations now. Up to you guys. But
I'll just eat a ration.
okay, everybody
hope
subtract
so.
one ration. Then, assuming Leroy will take watch, unless you would like to change the plan.
I'm good with it. 3
All right.
rolls.
I'll say one for now, just to keep things moving smoothly, since there's probably going to be a lot of travel here.
You're probably not wrong. Hey, that's not too bad of a roll.
That's a good roll. So yeah, on the edge of the grove, you do notice it's been a while since you've really paid attention while camped on the edge of the grove specifically, and it's almost like the sky above you is a subtly different shade inside the grove, if that makes any sense. It's just because of the grove's weird properties. Everything is strange when you're on the edge there. But you gather that none of the wildlife really approaches you. The flames aren't nearby here, where you are now. You've traveled far beyond that, but you can kind of sense that disturbance has caused a very widespread disruption in the wildlife of the area. And so
Have I ever gotten a sense about the grove, like if it's an evil kind of
you can
place
make
or
me an
anything?
insight check.
Love to. It's nighttime thinking. Oh, I'm so
I
good at
make
insight. It's man, it's a special place.
It's a very dark place. You're unsure if it's really truly evil or if it's just dark.
Dark.
Yeah, it's very obviously darker than the rest of the area around it, as if light just doesn't have as much of an effect inside it. But unable to tell more than that.
May I also insight this place?
He is currently the only one keeping watch, so you may in the morning.
Damn it. Okay. Fine.
Which, speaking
Guess
of,
that's
the
a
night
great
passes uneventfully.
Yay.
You all wake up on the second day of travel.
Nicholas, do you have an intuition about this place? I was thinking about it last night, but never really got anywhere. Seems to me so.
I hadn't thought to look before.
Whatever, the 9. Okay. So you pick up a little bit more
Like, come on.
than Leroy did.
Two. It's a 2.
It's unfortunate. I'm sorry. You pick up a little bit more than Leroy did, and that there's definitely something unnatural about it. But again, you're unsure if it's truly evil or if it's of this world or not. You just know there's something abnormal about it.
I feel like it's left over from the magic of the cloud giants. That you might feel like it's weird.
Perhaps I didn't realize that was part of this place.
Well, why else? Oh, you weren't here for that. But when we first discovered the he wasn't here for this, right?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Just gonna let you go through the whole thing. I already knew all that.
I was right behind you.
Right. Anyway, when we first found the ruin, exploring that table in the center of the entrance at the bottom of the stairs, living lightning came down from the sky, from the lightning storm, and attacked us. So this place is definitely crawling with living magics. Whether good or evil, who is to say?
Okay. I'd gotten an idea that the place was alive with magic, but I wasn't sure from what source. Thank you.
Yes, we also didn't help, apparently. As I, gesture to the fire all over the place.
Gone, but...
Well,
Yeah, that was about 20 miles ago, but yes.
Oh, whoops. My bad.
Okay.
You verbally gesture to it.
Yeah, as the light was not there when we first came.
All right. Well, thank you. Guess we should probably get going for today. We're at the road at this point, right?
At this point, you're at the edge of the groves. The yellow line here is a rail, a lightning rail, and it's still many miles away from between the grove and Galt. They're probably the edge of the grove and Galt itself are probably close to 40 miles apart or so.
Heck. So we're right in the edge of the grove,
Yes.
To start out with.
So, if you make good progress, probably take a couple days of good travel. All right, who's leading the charge?
I guess I shall continue to do so. Please roll better.
20,
Okay,
20 is pretty good.
Thanks.
So you've made this trip several times before, and now you are just a little bit anxious to get away from the groves after trying to read them, and that pressure kind of focuses you on trying to study the terrain around you and find a good route. You get to the rail very early in the morning still, and are able to cross it easily. No trains coming this way or that way. It was a pretty easy crossing. And by the end of the day, you've made it almost 2/3 of the way. Would you guys like to see if you can push and make it all the way today, or are you going to make camp here?
We got time, right? We don't need to push it.
No, but it
fine.
might be
We don't
nice
need
to
to
sleep
push.
in actual bed.
True.
I mean, I suppose we could push it.
If it's to get to town, I'm in favor.
All right.
Okay.
I suppose I would as well.
All right. Athletics checks from everyone, please.
Oh no.
Okay. Fuck.
Athletics, you say?
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be like when I
Using
almost
my
fell out of a
strength
tree.
statistic.
Felicia got a natural 1.
Oof.
Athletics. Oh god.
13 for Nakareth.
Okay.
12 for a total of 11.
I got a 4.
All right. Milos and Felicia, both of you take 1 level of exhaustion.
How do I write that down?
So in your conditions, which is under your hit points, there's an exhaustion level at the very bottom.
Okay, you're only a
yes,
sixth
thank
of
you.
the way to dropping straight
Level 1
down.
of exhaustion it just means you have disadvantage on ability checks. Not attack rolls, just ability checks.
Okay.
All right. So with that push, you make good progress. You'd say if you really pushed it one more time, you'd make it, but it's so dark out, it's getting harder to see, but now you're within range, you feel.
Well, I mean, we've pushed this far.
You want to carry me, big man?
Probably could. Let's see, who's exhausted? You're exhausted, and Milo says, I'm not
Well, we're
gonna
not
carry
there.
2 people, but Nala could carry 1 if they wanted to.
I mean, you because you're Goliaths. I mean, these people would be within your carry weight, so I'd allow it. Normally, I'd give you disadvantage on the check or something, but sure. If Nala carries 1 and Dross carries the other, I'd allow that. If that's even what Milos wants.
Or I could just make you guys walk.
I'm not above pleading to just fit on your back like a little cape.
Piggyback ride.
Yes. That specifically.
And Milos, are you okay with Nala carrying you, or would you rather walk yourself?
I'll walk.
Okay. Everybody who is walking,
Right.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
Alright.
Oh, dear.
This says that Warforged Resilience, I don't suffer the effects of exhaustion due to lack of rest.
Right, this is
I don't
not
know if
lack
this
of
is-
rest. This is pushing beyond your energy level for the day.
Nala can carry Felicia.
Oh, I got a natural 1 for a 6.
Dross, this is a con save, not a athletics.
Oh.
Is it the same though?
Almost the same.
Almost the same. Okay. So, Milos, you increase to another exhaustion level.
Excellent.
Nakareth, you gain an exhaustion level. Everyone else is
Wah.
fine. But you make it to Galt. You've arrived at the southern gate like you usually do. It is very late at night. It is, past midnight at this point, but you've arrived. You're all exhausted. Well, some of you are truly exhausted. All of you are at least tired from the full day's travel and then some. But you're here.
Does
Great, can we
the
sleep now?
inn look like it's open still?
Yes, it's always open.
Okay. I guess we should go there.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. We have a discount rate at the end, don't we?
We
I hope so.
really do.
Nice.
Forget the exact details of it, but I think I gave you half rate on if you ordered 2-person rooms, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So there are 7 of you. So from the party in total, that would be 5 silver pieces per person.
I can also just stand in the corner of anywhere.
I can cover that for everybody.
Sure. So it could be 6 people worth of rooms, and Leroy can just sit in the corner of somebody's room.
Okay.
I'm
So
luggage.
I'll take down 3 gold.
Okay.
All right.
And if you would like to order a meal here, no rations for the day because I believe as part of your previous arrangement, the meals were covered.
I think that's the case. Otherwise, yeah.
Yep. So, no ration needed for the second day's worth of travel. Your meals are covered. You all get a good night's rest after being thoroughly worn out. Those with levels of exhaustion can reduce their exhaustion by 1 level.
Woo!
Sorry, what?
Anyone who had a level of exhaustion can drop it by 1.
Woo.
Nice.
Milo's still sore.
Bless.
All right, so you all awake on the 3rd day of travel. It is the 27th of Ron. It is a Friday, essentially. So you still have quite a bit of time to make it. Actually, almost 2 weeks. I miscalculated before.
Okay.
So we were gonna pick up the horses and head up towards Passage, right?
Yes. So we're gonna need supplies for the horses, primarily food.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
How do we wanna? I suppose we're just gonna have to work out for food. No one has
Yeah.
conjured food and water or whatever.
No.
Do
I
not
don't
believe
think
that I
so.
am a druid.
I'll say you can buy horse rations at just the standard ration price. So per horse, you're going to need that many rations per day that you keep the horses going.
Horse food costs as much as people food? What is this?
Well, less per volume, but more volume.
That's
I was
fair,
gonna-
fair.
I was
And
gonna
rations
say, I
aren't
think
exactly
that's-
fancy food to begin with.
I think that's actually generous because typically I would think horses eat more.
Yeah, but you're not buying as. Not that rations are nice, but they're a little nicer than horse rations.
All right, how much are rations? Just trying to find it real quick. 7. That's 7 gold for all my. All right, so it's probably
Five silver pieces per day, per horse.
Okay, so 5 silver per horse per day.
How many horses do we have again?
1 for each of
7.
us, so 7. So go by 2 days, so that's 7 gold for every 2 days, and it's gonna take at least a week.
Traveling the road to Passage, if you go at a measured rate, like a pretty standard rate for your draft horses, you could probably make it in about a week. Give or take a day, depending on anything you might encounter on the way.
All right, I'll spend 35, and we'll get 10 days worth.
All right.
And someone else can cover the next party expense.
All right.
All right. If there's no other business in Galt, you can all begin traveling north.
I think that works.
All right.
Sounds good.
Can I assume Nakarth will be leading again?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
I think Drost and Nala would probably be either at the
Actually-
flanks or like front and back.
This time there's actually no real navigation to do. You're following the road. So I'll say, can I have a group animal handling check?
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
What was the check?
Animal handling?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh no. 12.
That's
Same
a 9.
bonus. Can I just keep that 18?
Ooh.
Yeah. If it's the same bonus, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. It's just
Sure.
no proficiency. Wisdom score.
Because a roll's a roll,
Yeah.
Alright. So a couple of you, Leroy and Drost primarily kind of struggle with the horses at first. Neither of you is just super in tune with your horse immediately, unfortunately. But, the rest help out and you manage to pick up the pace. And, as the day passes, you even out to a fairly normal rate, I'd say. And you all begin to
Nice.
get used to riding these horses and the carriage being driven behind. Whoever wants to ride in the carriage instead may in the future. But for now, because you do have, or not a carriage, a cart rather, several carts. How many carts? You had a cart, you had a wagon, and now you bought 2 carts as well.
Oh
I think.
lord, how many carts did I?
Oh, did we stack them?
We had a wagon. I would think I would have left the hand carts in the base actually.
Fair. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
that's
So you got a
correct.
So
wagon,
we got a wagon.
right?
No one's riding the wagon.
I'd assume at least somebody is driving it, but
Yeah,
It's
like
kind of
1 or
fun.
2 people are riding the wagon and their
Yeah.
horses are pulling it.
sure, fair enough. All right. So you've made good progress for the day, and you know, as you begin to taper off in your travels, you notice just off in the distance, no more than a mile away, you see a building just on the side of the road.
Okay. What does it look
what
like?
character is the building?
It's you know, it's a mile away. It's not super easy to make out from here, but you can tell that there's something golden on the roof. It looks like something very shiny, as if it was a very large symbol. And it looks like a pretty moderately sized building. It's not like somebody's small house or anything.
Now, this is pretty far away, right?
It's about a mile away.
So it looks really small.
And technically, it does look small from perspective. Yes.
If I lean forward, do my glasses of minute me make it look bigger?
No.
Damn it.
If you use a magnifying glass and then look really closely at the magnifying glass with the glasses,
Oh, now you're thinking.
this,
have a
you know, because the
magnifying
glass is
glass?
close.
That's funny. All right, well, I suppose we'll get to it when we get to it, right?
Yeah.
I guess
where on the road roughly is this again?
It's about a mile down the road.
I'll keep my eyes out for
No, like
ambushes.
between Galt and Passage.
Oh, you're 1 day's. You're probably about 25 miles north of Galt now.
Okay.
I'll keep my eyes out for, dead bodies and or ambushes.
All right. How
Alright.
far can you yeet a fireball, just in terms of houses, miles?
Fine.
Let's find out.
The casting distance for fireball is, I think, 60 feet.
Oh,
What's the
120.
radius of fireball?
Is it 120? The radius is
120.
20.
it's a radius of 60. This spell cannot be safely cast indoors.
I mean, it really can, if we're being real here.
True.
Oh, it's a
It's a
range of
fact.
150.
Careful,
Oh,
spell
shit.
the hell of a
Dang.
drug.
Careful,
Yeah.
so that's a hell of a drug.
My necklace of fireballs says range of 150, so
Nice.
Nice.
You gotta yeet that bead real far though.
I'm gonna throw the whole fucking necklace.
Sure, you can do that.
Y'all ain't never
Attach a
seen.
familiar to the necklace, throw both of them, control the familiar to fire the fireballs as far
Yes.
as possible.
So I didn't even come up with that. It says it in the item description.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's how you spend all of
It's a
them?
wonderful.
You can
item.
hurl. You can hurl multiple beads or even the whole necklace as one action.
I knew that you upcasted by spending extra beads. I didn't realize you could just like.
Dross actually has a nuclear warhead hanging from his chest right now. That's basically what the
Yeah.
situation.
Basically,
Don't do a belly flop.
just gotta be extra careful.
Anyways, are you guys going to attempt to approach this building, or are you going to set up camp a mile away from
A story beat? You know we're gonna ignore it.
it?
I'm good for approaching it.
Approach, please. Yes.
Yeah, might as
Yeah,
well.
may as well see what it is.
All right.
What's wrong with saying hi to some nice, innocent townsfolk?
Yeah, with gold on their roof.
Constitution saves from everyone, please.
Oh,
This is a fairly low DC. Don't worry. It's only an extra mile.
Oh, 11. Thank goodness. Maybe.
Ha! Damn.
Rolled
14.
All right.
almost certainly under that DC. Hello, is it?
Only Leroy is exhausted from the extra mile.
Don't that feel good?
That powerful Warforged Constitution.
I feel like a
Yeah.
rock got stuck in his knee or
Something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God, grinding.
Just the dust. So it's
Really
one of those.
grinds my gears.
As you approach the building, It appears to be an inn, and several of you would recognize this to be a gold dragon inn, as there are the large emblems of golden dragons, or large golden emblems of dragons on the roof, rather.
A gold
Prefer
dragon
emblems of
inn?
golden
A
dragons.
gold dragon inn. They are very common throughout Eberron. Most cities would have several. Most towns would have at least one if they're large enough. And most of the major roads of Eberron have them scattered around, roughly a day's travel apart.
Oh, okay. So it's just like a pit stop.
It's a motel.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
motel.
There we go.
Run by
Oh,
the
hell yeah.
Hospitality Guild, basically. right?
Indeed. They are run by House-Ghallanda,
All right.
which are which is a halfling family.
Makes sense.
Also means warming in Latin.
Nice.
The more you know.
Oh,
Yeah, that
I like
served
that.
me well.
I
So,
like knowing the roots of weird names.
Well, I
Okay.
suppose we'll take a rest there, right? Nothing seems
guess so.
haunted about it.
you certainly
Or
can.
we
We
burn
could
the place to
spend
the
money,
ground.
or we could just, camp outside.
Sure, we could fucking camp outside.
Swim
It's-
through
I mean,
99 miles of
technically not
lava
wrong.
and turn around.
No, I guess we
Okay.
Yeah,
It makes
so
sense,
let's go in.
All right. So as you enter the building, what immediately surprises you all is there's a couple of very small raptors running around inside this place.
These are chickens.
Fascinating.
Yes, they don't appear to be large or threatening, but they are certainly dinosaurs. Just kind of jumping on the furniture and running around. The place is otherwise empty of patrons at the moment, as it is fairly late at night. But there is a bartender ready to serve if need be. It is a small halfling man. I guess small is redundant. With some kind of tattoo down his face you'd all recognize as a dragon mark.
Oh. Would we recognize which house he's with?
Make me a history check.
Ghallanda.
History.
Yeah, it's Ghallanda. Yeah.
It's Ghallanda, okay. Well,
All right. Oh, says yes. Come in. You all looking to stay the night? Looking for food? And as you all enter through the room, he kind of twirls his fingers, snaps one hand, and the doors close behind you.
Ah, damn, this is a boss fight.
They didn't give us health or energy before.
Kind of flicks another hand over the fireplace, and the flames get just a little warmer, so the whole place starts to feel a little bit more homey.
Thank you,
oh,
sir.
man, this. Yes, I believe we are looking for a place to stay for the night.
Well, I can offer you all rest here for 1 silver piece per person.
I'll go ahead and pass over a silver piece.
All right.
Damn, that's cheap as shit.
The
Everybody
heck is with this
covers.
brass spoon place?
Any ale or any meat, any bread for any of you?
If you have some oil,
I could fetch some cooking oil.
Some ale would be
probably
terrific.
work.
sir.
Right. So it is 2 silver pieces for ale.
That's where they get you.
Or,
I would...
sorry, 4 copper pieces for
10
ale.
gold
That's
for
a
ale.
that's a misread for me.
Bring you in with the.
Yeah, I always try to get you with
I
the
would like
drinks.
something strong, please.
Something
Stronger than ale.
Well, I could get you a pitcher of wine for 2 silver that you could potentially share or all to yourself. No judgment here.
Whiskey, perhaps?
Unfortunately, not in the menu. I apologize.
Garth, if you wanted some whiskey, I think I still have a bottle somewhere in here. I'll rummage through my bag.
Wait a second. Do I have something on me?
I have a bottle of whiskey left over from the
No,
cold
I don't.
base. I can hand that over.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
How much would you like for it? I feel like I should pay you back for this.
Save my life someday.
Fair enough. Okay, and then I chug the whole bottle.
Okay.
Oh,
The bartender looks a little disappointed at, somebody else's goods being immediately taken instead of his goods in his own store, but it's okay.
I'll go ahead and order an extra large ale.
So you can get a mug or a gallon.
There's nothing between those.
I mean, you can
I'll
order
split a gallon
several
with you.
you can order several mugs. But...
I know
will
what I'm
split
going
the
for.
gallon.
Listen, you can
Yeah.
have a shot or a 40.
Did you say
House-Ghallanda has a
nothing
very
between.
strict menu. They're like a fast food restaurant. They only offer exactly what's on the menu.
Did you say split a gallon?
Yes.
You think I need to split a gallon?
I feel like Dross is gonna come back with the whole gallon, like
Yeah.
Merry and Pippin. They have pints.
Yes,
They have
exactly.
pints? No, Joss will split a gallon with you.
All right, so it's 2 silver pieces for the gallon.
All right.
That is what I
One-
misread before.
1 silver each.
Yes, sir.
All right,
They have
and
gallons.
meals on request would be 6 copper pieces, which could replace rations for a day.
Oh, I'm in.
Ooh, that's cheaper than rations, so I'm in for that deal.
All right.
I'll just toss him a
Sure.
whole silver instead of the 6 copper.
There you go.
I will also tip a whole silver
Because math is hard.
I'm a dick.
That's fair. Well, thank you. And the bartender is happy at the already cheering up from the tips instead of the lack of sales.
That's right, asshole.
All right. Anything else you guys want to do before just heading up to bed?
Not really, honestly.
All right.
I don't think there's really any time to like spend an hour working on something, but I'm also drunk.
Fair enough. So you all return to your rooms. You each got a single room. That's all that they have at this place. They're not exactly, the best, most comfortable rooms, but they're certainly more comfortable than the ground. And this is mostly like a motel of sorts. So the night passes quickly, and you all get a much better rest than you would have otherwise. You all awake in the morning, and this is the 4th day of travel.
Am I unexhausted?
Yes, everyone who had exhaustion may drop 1 level.
Yay.
All right, anything else on the table before you guys continue traveling?
Not really.
All right. So this time, because I forgot we had a wagon last time, whoever wants to ride in the wagon may, and they won't have to make any checks. And then the person driving the wagon would make a land vehicle check. Everyone riding horses would make animal handling checks.
Your boy's in the wagon. So I don't know how to make.
Doesn't
a land
Nala
vehicle.
have proficiency
Nala
with land
does.
vehicles?
This is a good point. So Nala will take that, and I'll roll for Nala.
Nala has proficiency in wagons.
Exactly.
Nala got that
Older
wagon. What?
All right. So Nala rolled a 16 for piloting the wagon. Who is riding a horse? Looks like Nikareth.
I'm riding a horse.
All right.
I assume the big boys would be riding the wagon using their big boy horses to pull it.
That would make sense to me.
All right.
I feel like at this point, with a 21 animal handling, the cart is like standing on the back of the horse.
Probably something like that, yeah.
Just surfing.
Zenning out.
Doing some riding tricks.
Oh yeah.
So everyone who is on a horse, did I hear a roll from Felicia?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Animal handling from anyone who is riding.
17.
17, good. I'll assume everyone else is in the cart then?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So you make good pace today. You feel like you really got used to the animals, and now that some of you are in the cart and the cart's being pulled by the draft horses, you feel like you made maybe a few more miles of progress than previously. A few more good days like that, you might shave a day off the travel.
All right.
And this time, you do encounter another Gold Dragon Inn at the end of the day. The prices are the same as the previous one with the exact same menu.
I do not have another bottle of whiskey.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Would you all like to stay again?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
It
All
seems
right.
to be a really nice arrangement, so I'm down for it.
All right. This time, as you enter the Gold Dragon Inn, there's no little dinosaurs roaming around, but there are a few other patrons that are sitting and eating. You're not sure which direction they're traveling, but you notice their horses outside tied up near where you're tying up your horses. And near the fireplace, there is a pale spectral figure sitting in a seat just watching the fire.
Hmm.
How spectral?
Very spectral.
Like, dude's totally a ghost kind of spectral?
Can make me... Or you could ask him.
Regina Spectre Spectral.
I'll insight from afar
Okay.
first.
Oh no, he's a spider.
He looks like he's made of liquid ice to you.
Oh, liquid ice. Okay,
Mhm.
not a ghost.
Totally
then.
not water. Definitely liquid ice. It's just pale,
I mean, but that means he's not a ghost.
That's what you think, anyways. Yeah.
He's a water creature.
So I'm good. I'm unconcerned and will continue my day as intended.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we can just proceed.
Fair enough. Leave well enough alone. So y'all enjoy a nice rest that evening. That is the same price as before. So rest for the evening would be 1 silver piece. And if you wanted to buy a meal here instead of using a ration, that would be 6 copper pieces.
All right.
Okay, 6 copper. Alright.
All right.
And a beverage. Yep.
The night passes uneventfully. You all get a wonderful rest. You awake on the 5th day of travel, having made it a significant portion of the way on the northward bound road already.
Alright.
Same checks as before, please. Animal handling for those riding a horse, and otherwise I'll just do the cart for Nala.
17 again.
Nice. Nala rolled a
Starting
14.
Zac Efron.
20 animal
Nice.
handling from
Okay.
Nakarth.
So yeah, another great day of travel. You've really taken to these horses already, and these horses have gotten used to each of you, the riders. And Nala hasn't driven a cart in a while, but he's definitely picked it up again quite quickly. At the end of the day, again, there is this time no inn to be found.
Oh, dang. Can't
That's
spoil
fine.
ourselves.
We'll just camp the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Don't
Can be
like
done.
it.
Strange. Is it because it's less than another full day's travel to Passage at this point, or?
You'd say you're roughly halfway there at this point,
Oh, okay, never mind. Alright,
which is a pretty good pace already.
I'm just trying to figure out why they
Maybe a
would
little-
have
little less
the
than that.
last two spaced out and not one here.
I don't know.
So,
Hey, roads are weird sometimes.
Moved.
Yeah, man. Don't be weird about it.
alright, we'll make camp.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Rations from everybody. And then Leroy for the perception check.
Perception. Alright, just one.
All right. As the evening passes, you notice that you haven't been sleeping outdoors the past couple nights, and it's noticeably brighter tonight than it has been recently. As one of Eberron's moons is getting quite a bit closer, as it's beginning to reach the bridge between 2 months. This gives you excellent vision, even though your vision is excellent to begin with. And you can see quite clearly travelers in the distance approaching you from the north, heading south.
Huh.
What do I notice? But like, are they just people traveling? Or are they?
At this point, there's still you.
Sketch.
At this point, you've basically can just see movement on the coming your way. They're still probably a mile or two away, and you can barely make them out, just because of your excellent vision that you can even see something's coming.
All right. So as they approach, I want to watch them.
Okay.
Do we want to move off the road or anything, or?
I assume you
I
camped
think
off
you
the
guys
side.
Oh, okay.
Sleep.
I would assume, at least. You could have flopped down camp in the middle of the road if you want, I suppose.
We're flipping the cart up on the side, and plopping ourselves right down.
Yes.
That's okay. My brain just turned off for a minute.
All good.
That's fair. It is resty time. Yeah, I'll just observe them as they come near, and if they seem problematic, I
Okay.
will observe
Hey.
slightly more.
Hey, welcome.
Super sorry.
All good. We got started. You guys have already started traveling. You're a couple days into the journey north from Galt on the way to Passage at this point.
We did leave you behind, though.
Okay. So we're on our way to Passage, you said?
That's correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we got our horses and stuff, I assume?
Yep.
Cool.
At this point, you've stopped at several essentially motels on the way that are on the roadside here. But tonight there is not one.
I
So,
see.
can I get an insight check, Leroy?
Sure. Insight. Man, I gotta get more wisdom. Really gotta get more wisdom.
Yeah, unfortunately, as they approach, you can't really get a read on them. It's just, they look like travelers to you.
Alright. I'll just watch them pass by
All right.
and hope we're not about to get assaulted.
As they come closer, you see them take notice of your little camp, but they don't seem hostile as they come extremely close. And you notice several kind of guard-looking figures up front, just dressed in heavy armor, leading in front of on horseback, of course, leading in front of a carriage that is emblazoned with all sorts of fancy colors. It's very artistic, so to speak. It's not you don't recognize any symbols on it. It just looks like someone rich decided to vomit a rainbow all over a carriage. And there
I
are
wish I
more
was
guards
evil.
at the back as well.
I so wish I was evil.
At first, you see them kind of puzzled that it appears that no one is keeping watch over your group, and they kind of look over everything, but they move on their way if you don't intervene.
Nope. I'm just gonna watch them go by, take note of it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think we need to interfere with other travelers at all.
All right.
Man, but I feel like Robin Hood seeing the bishop go by.
For the rest of the night, it's pretty uneventful. You don't see any more travelers. You're far enough away from, the Eldritch Groves are very far away at this point, and there's not much other wildlife in the area around here. It's pretty, I don't want to say barren, because it's, fields and pastures and things, but it's not exactly an exciting landscape. So, the night passes uneventfully. This
One
is the
more
dawn
day.
of the 6th day of travel.
All right, so let me mark those off because I was.
Yeah, so the party has each individually done their own individual rations so far. So if you want to subtract those for yourself, and then we'll do party rations from now on.
Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, all right. Right now I have it as like weeks worth. So since we're six days in, I'll take off 1 week.
Okay.
Or no, so they were using their own rations before?
Correct. They're on rations before.
Okay,
Yeah.
so well, we can do that, like, starting now.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
All right, so I've been having, we have a cart, or a wagon, rather, that Nala is driving. You may ride in that, or you may ride on your horse. If you're riding on the horse, I'll require an animal handling check. And everyone who is riding on horseback, may roll me that, please. And I'll roll for Nala the vehicle driving proficiency. Rolled a 17, that's good.
If I also have a vehicle driving proficiency, does that just apply to the horse riding, or is that just straight animal handling?
Animal handling, although you could give Nala advantage on the check if you wish.
Just saying, if we have to fight something and I start rolling really bad, I'm gonna get upset. Just
Carrick does want to try and ride his own horse.
Okay, so an animal handling check from you, please.
Okay.
I am
13.
one with this motherfucking horse.
13's good. Felicia, are you hopping on the wagon, or are you still riding?
I'm gonna wagon it.
Okay. So, everybody who's on a horse rolled well, and Nala rolled well. So you make another excellent day's worth of travel. Not a blistering pace, but, feel like you're really just clipping along. It goes well. And, you arrive to another Golden Dragon Inn a bit early. You could probably push for another hour or so of travel, or you could rest here for the night.
Boy, I hate making decisions, don't you guys?
I mean,
I don't hate the
moving
idea of
forward. It's pretty much the same to me.
I vote we rest here for the night and spend an hour to relax on whatever we feel like we can accomplish.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I ain't mad at it.
Or no, you only mark it off in full days of research, don't you?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, if you've got other tasks that would require an hour, like attuning to something or other random things like that, you could. And some very common items to craft would only take a short amount of time too. But yeah, for research, you would take, full days, if not full weeks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, shit. Yeah, no, I guess I got nothing to work on then, so.
All right. So the prices, as they were before, 1 silver piece per person for the evening to rest, and a meal would be 6 copper pieces per person instead of a ration for the day.
I'll spend the 6 copper pieces. I'll buy myself a meal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll take a meal.
doing the room and the meal.
All right, drinks on request are available as well, but if you don't want to tonight, it's understandable as well.
I'll pass.
Fair enough.
It's a chill night,
Yeah, you've got an extra hour to sleep tonight. Might as well just rest.
I feel like Mikara's like a binge drinker, so he'll like binge and then stop for a little bit.
Sure. All right. So the evening passes uneventfully again. You wake up on the 6th day of travel. And this is including the several days you took to get to Gold. So, animal handling checks from those who are doing that, and I will roll for Nala unless somebody else takes the vehicle from him.
Ooh, a 19 for me.
Nice. Today, Nala didn't do so well with the carriage. Just something about the road here is a bit more rough, and it's a bit bumpier, and doesn't keep the carriages straight. It kind of rocks around a bit and slows the horses down, unfortunately. So today was a more normal pace for the travel. Not such an excellent pace that you had been setting previously.
Yeah, Mikara's only got a 10.
Still not a detriment to the journey. At the end of the day, you arrive at yet another inn. Would you like to stay the night here, or are you going to camp outside?
Stay in.
All right. This inn is at the crossroads here. where the more main road to Lothlear and Passage. Yes, that one. So you'd estimate you're only a day or two away from Passage at this point.
We're doing like a countryside inn crawl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're scattered everywhere. Tons of motels.
So,
as long as
it's
picking ale tonight.
All right. So a mug of ale is 4 copper pieces. A meal is 6 copper pieces, and an evening's rest is 1 silver piece.
Got an ale in the room.
All right. Now, something does strike you when you enter this Golden Dragon Inn. The innkeeper appears to be a halfling, but a very, very tall halfling. It's kind of surreal. Like, they are actually human-sized, but they have other more halfling-like features, and they obviously have the mark of the House of Ghallanda on their face, signifying that they are dragon-marked.
Interesting.
Huh.
Anyone want to inquire about that, or you just kind of let it be?
Carrick is gonna lean over to Dross and be like, I really want to ask, but I feel like it would be rude.
What do you want to ask?
Have you ever seen a halfling that tall?
Joss will look over, obviously, and loudly say, "No, I've never seen a halfling that tall. It's very interesting."
Indeed.
Well, then go ask.
Oh, I gotta ask?
If you want.
Alright.
Who's interested?
Excuse me.
Ask people why they're tall.
My dad's
Not like I'm just gonna ask him.
So the barkeep looks up from cleaning some of the mugs out behind the counter. And, yes, could I help you? Are you ordering more food?
Ah, no. What's your name?
I am Paul.
Paul, it's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Carrick.
Nice to meet you as well, Carrick. Where are
These
you
are my
headed?
friends. Oh, we're on our way to Passage right now.
Ah, yes. That makes sense. Lots to see there. Very big city.
Never been myself. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yes, well, if you can get past the rather grubby exterior, the interior of Passage is just very excellent. Lots to see, lots to do. But,
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the new city. I hate to be rude, and I mean you no disrespect, but I gotta say, I've never seen a halfling quite so tall as you.
oh, well, neither have I. It's, well, it's kind of a funny story. You see, I've only tended this bar for a few years now, and previously I had tended, far south, southeast of here. And actually, the bar I was tending happens to be right on the edge of the moorland. When all that mess went down, this is how I woke up. I'm not really sure how it happened either, but that's how it is.
It's incredible.
It's very strange, yes.
Imagine. Do you like the change?
Oh, it certainly makes tending the bar easier, and he reaches up above the counter, and he's able to reach very high glasses and things, and you can see there's like a step stool down beside him, but he doesn't have to use it.
I imagine.
It's convenient, but, being a freak doesn't lend itself to, finding romance very well, unfortunately. But,
I'd hardly call you a freak, my friend.
Places.
well, I appreciate that, friend.
There are much more freakier things out there, trust me.
I believe you. I believe you've seen some of the things, and trust me, I've seen some freaky things in the Mournland as well.
I can only imagine. It's a shame.
Yes, I'm just happy to have emerged alive.
Indeed.
Well, can I get you anything else?
Another ale, please.
All right. This one on the house, and I'll just pour you an ale.
Much obliged, sir. Thank you, Paul.
And well met, Kark. All right. Anything else from the rest of you?
Nah.
Don't believe so.
All right. So another restful evening. You all have a little extra time to rest tonight, like I mentioned. Wait, no, that was the last one. This one's normal. Normal, restful evening. And you wake up. You've been traveling about a week now. You're about a couple more days away from Passage at this point.
I'm getting a little sore. I feel like I could use a fight.
You're sore from not fighting?
Well, you see, I used to exercise a lot, and so when you stop exercising, you can feel it. I guess not sore, just I can feel the muscle going away.
Ah, I understand.
And nothing builds muscle like beating weak people.
You're an interesting one.
But do you know what builds them more? Beating strong people.
No, actually, that's how you get injured. Beating weak people, it's just exercise.
Fair point.
I feel like we've all learned a lot today. All right. Animal handling checks, etc., please. Ooh, Nala rolled very well.
That is a 6 for Carrot.
All right.
Ooh. My horse loves me.
Oh my
All right.
god.
So, Carrot
it's only 12.
takes a little bit of time to get used to the horse this morning for some reason, but the rest of you help him keep up the pace, and you make a pretty good pace there. You think you're on well, I keep saying pace, but you're on pace to reach Passage in one more day of travel at this point. There is one last Gold Dragon Inn here on the way to Passage.
Fuck it. Let's do it.
Cool. Does it have a fighting ring in the basement?
And, I mean, you can always ask.
I suppose I might. Let's go find out.
All right.
I
So
hope
this
that
one
works.
is this one is a pretty normal Gold Dragon Inn. No ghosts, no dinosaurs, no tall halfling. Pretty average. There's a few more patrons though, because this is more of a main road. It's not empty like the last few have been.
How many encounters have we ignored? I think we're up to like 4
How many what?
encounters.
Oh.
All right. Hold on. Back up. Dinosaurs?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the first
forgot
one
that
had
might be
like
an
little they had like little raptors running around on the floor, and we didn't even ask. We just ignored it.
Carrick would have been fucking sketchy about that shit because he fought against like the dinosaur riding halflings in the war.
Yeah, and indeed that if you had asked, that halfling was a true Talenta halfling who rode the raptors into battle before settling down as an innkeep.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't have brought up the war.
Fair enough. All right. So it is pretty normal. Drost, you gonna ask the innkeep?
Excuse me, good sir.
Yes. Hello. You need more ale?
I was actually wondering if there was somewhere around here I could crack some skulls.
Well, here particularly, no. But you're about a day's travel from Passage. I don't know which direction you're traveling, but I'm sure you could find such a thing there.
Very well. I shall wait.
Are you just itching for a fight then?
I suppose, yes. It's just a warm-up, just a break from the travel.
Sure. Well, there might not be a fighting ring here, so to speak. You could always try making an event out of it. We could place some bets, see if there's any other patrons here willing to... Hey, you never know who you might encounter in a place like this.
There are other people like in the inn.
Yeah, it's pretty full actually. Not that you guys have trouble finding a table for all of you to sit at, but it's not nearly as empty because you're very close to passage now. And there's a lot of ingoing and outgoing traffic through here.
I'll guess I'll lean up from the stand up from the bar and kind of look around the room and say, "Excuse me, is anyone here willing to get pummeled?"
Can I assist on this with charisma and like really talk him up and be like,
if you
none
can,
of y'all.
yeah, sure. You want to be his hype man?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
No, I'm just.
All right, Charles, give me a persuasion check at advantage.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear.
Got you, baby.
All right. Persuasion, good. That's a -1 to persuasion, which puts me at 11.
11. Okay. As you are fairly loud over the room. Some people just completely ignore you. Somebody throws a mug of ale at you, and then it kind of splashes beside you. But there are a couple of dwarves in the corner, dressed in fairly nice clothes. Think like vest suits, things like that. Not dressed up super formally, but they definitely look like some form of businessmen. And they kind of look at each other. They look back at you, and they get up from their table and they walk over.
Yes, hello. As he's picking up the ale that was thrown at him and getting ready to chuck it at the dude's head.
Yes, hello. I am Don, and this is Thon. We are traveling brothers, but I take it you're looking for a fight, yes? For maybe some money on the line?
I could be up for some sport, yes.
Well, do you have a partner that we could face 2-on-2, or would you prefer to take us 2-on-1?
I could find a +1. Nakareth,
Yes?
stand your drunk ass up.
I'm not drunk tonight. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry, you just always look that way.
One of the dwarves chimes in, "Yeah, Nakarth, get your drunk ass over here."
I'm just gonna absentmindedly chuck that mug back at the dude's head.
Make me a improvised attack roll. So just dexterity check, I guess. If you're not proficient in improvised.
Thrown weapons are strength.
I think they're dex for improvised. I could be wrong on that.
Okay.
I think yeah.
Oh, hey!
I could be wrong on that, but pretty sure. Okay, sure. So the guy who threw a mug at you didn't throw it super well. It kind of soared over you, but splashed some ale on you, but whatever. You chuck it back. It hits him like just right on top of the shoulder and like glances off his shoulder. It's a very loud impact sound. It's a very bony part of the body. And he reels over and glares at you. And he walks up behind the dwarves as well now. This is a fairly short for an elf, but he appears to be an elf. He says, Dawn and Thorn, I think you mentioned, yes? Do you mind me joining in this little party here? Of course, they'll agree to it, so it's now 3-on-2.
3-on-2 seems fair. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay.
Big
Are you
dick boy,
sure?
huh?
Don't have a battle map for this, so we're going to theater of the
Are
mind
you sure?
this.
Would you deny Nala this opportunity?
I mean, if Nala wants to fight, I won't deny.
But Nala's not
step
here.
in.
Yeah, if Nala's player was here, I'd allow it, but I'm not going to play 4 characters in this.
Yeah, that's fair.
I assume we're just fighting with fists?
It works for me, the first dwarf says, and the other one nods, and the elf in the back kind of starts to put away a sword and says, okay.
Oh.
Okay, that's why you got me.
Alright.
So,
You cheating
Thon
bastard.
pulls out his pouch and says, how much money are we putting down on this then?
I'll be willing to put some money down on this.
Oh, absolutely.
The bartender actually chimes and says, all right, I'll take bets here. All right.
All right.
All right, so
I'll
how much
put,
money is everybody putting down on everybody else?
200 gold on Drust and Nakara.
The entire room goes silent.
250.
I was gonna put down 10.
Yes!
Thon kind of Takes up the money pouch and says, drinks the rest of his ale and plops the entire pouch on the counter and says, $2.50 it is.
Let's fucking do this. Kick their asses!
All right. Well, I guess I'll put down 25.
A couple of the other
25 as well.
Sure. Okay, so we're up to
I'll put 5 gold on the dwarves.
okay. A couple of the other patrons come up and place a few bets here and there, but nothing more than a few silver pieces, really.
Fuck, I don't need to put money down at this point.
Just like start stacking platinum.
All right. So
All right, let's do it.
the dwarves and you set up kind of an improvised battle arena by just flipping tables on their sides and propping them up with chairs and things. Everyone kind of gathers around. It's probably a 20-foot square area.
Now
maybe a little larger.
here's the thing. Are they wearing armor at all?
No. They're wearing
All right.
some pretty nice-looking suits.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna take off my full plate,
All right.
or not full plate, my scale.
Oh, what a gentleman you are.
Splint. That's it. Splint. Which I
Oh, we're
believe
gonna wait 5 minutes for this, huh?
takes me down,
All right.
takes me down to 10 AC.
That's less than before.
All right.
Less than before.
Can I get initiative from everyone?
Everyone.
Well, for those participating.
All right. These guys look like they can handle a fireball.
That's a rather odd fist, but sure.
Worst case scenario, we're
Oh
blowing this whole
my
place up.
god.
Just blow.
Oh
the
my
entire
god,
out
I'm
the
Prepare to get shown up.
Holy shit.
I mean,
Alright. Holy shit.
Nakara goes first, Drost goes last. Okay.
there's a reason I picked the fucking monk for the fist fight. What do you think?
Oh yeah, dude. I was like, Nakara would be the best person to have with you.
Like Nala and Nakara are
As
the
soon
two
as you
best.
said no weapons, I was like, oh, you cheating bastard. We're gonna
Yeah.
kick their ass.
Yeah, let's go monk.
All right. So you all square up, Nakareth and Drost, each in a corner. Dawn and Thawne each take a corner, and the elf who didn't give his name is in the middle of them. The barkeep raises a glass and says, "All right, 3, 2, 1, go!" and like slams the metal mug onto the counter. Nakareth, you're up first.
Would it be bad form to use my astral arms?
It might raise some questions.
It's a fist fight. I don't know.
I mean, it wasn't.
How many-
Nobody said it was a magic fight. You
How
can
many
certainly
fists are you
try,
allowed
but
to use? Yeah, how many fists are you allowed to use?
I mean, it's the same number either way, but like at this level, but it's a better to hit and damage.
Alright. Borderlands 3.
Not quite what?
Borderlands 3.
Not quite.
Not yet, no.
I'd hold off. for
All right,
now.
I'll just. Yeah. If we start losing, I'll whip it out.
You will. Yes, you will.
I will attack the closest one to me. I will just go up and start wailing.
okay. So you go directly, like straight across instead of diagonally from the thing to Dawn, the dwarf, who looks up at you and watches your fist through the air and is just completely unable to block it. He raises his fist like half a second too late to block it, and you hit him square and like just above the bridge of the nose. And he takes 4 bludgeoning damage. You did 2, so yeah. Wait, 3 rolls? Oh, for the bonus action. I assume.
Attack. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not gonna lie, one of them was a mistake because of the freaking thing, but I was gonna attack 3 times. Yeah.
Okay. The first one and the last one both hit. The second one does not. So that's 7 bludgeoning damage total. All right.
Okay.
The elf.
Yeah, that's my turn.
The elf now steps up, and still kind of is looking down at his sword, but reluctantly raises up his fist, and he's gonna charge at you, Nakarth. He will take 2 swipes.
And good thing he didn't pick up that sword. His ass would have been pancake.
Nakarath, does a 15 hit?
No.
Okay. How
AC
about a
16.
7? Okay, 17 does hit then. And he deals 4 bludgeoning damage to you. Stronger than he looks.
Okay.
It is now the dwarf that you just punch's turn. He is going to bonus action rage.
Oh shit.
Yep, I was waiting for this shit.
And take 2 swipes recklessly at you, Nakarth.
When
When I said what?
you said 13 AC, I was like, ah, shit.
No, it's 14.
Does a 19 hit? I assume so.
Yeah.
And a 18 also hits.
Yeah.
So with rage damage, that's 6 damage each for 12 damage. And that is his turn.
And I'm at half health.
All right.
Less than.
It is now the other dwarf's turn. He is going to run up to you, Dross, seeing that Nakarth looks occupied. And he's just going to hit you twice with his fists.
All right.
Does a 12 hit?
Yeah.
12 hits, okay. And he moves faster than you expect. And he does 6 bludgeoning damage with that.
Yep.
And then he's going to strike again.
A monk and a barbarian. Good.
And that one's going to miss. But then he's going to bonus action strike again. 12 hit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That one's only 3 bludgeoning damage. Didn't do as well.
All right.
It is now Drost's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bonus action giant might. I am not going to turn large.
Okay, fair enough.
Just gonna flex a lot, and my head tattoo is gonna start kind of glowing a little bit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start taking some swings on.
The one that just came at you?
Yeah, the little quick one right in front of me.
Okay.
All right, so smack 1,
That'll hit.
smack those.
Ooh, that's a crit. Unfortunately, with a fist, so no bonus damage.
So
Well-
5 and then 10. Well,
You double your giant smite die, though. That's true.
that's with weapon attacks.
Oh, fair enough.
Unarmed?
Well, it's still a melee. It's a melee weapon.
It's a
Still.
melee weapon attack.
Yeah,
That was-
technically.
It is still a weapon attack.
That was errated out, unfortunately.
Damn.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I think it's specifically with like weapons.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird interactions with monks specifically to get them to work properly, but they removed it from the weapon table and they no longer consider it a melee weapon and such.
Good to
Yep.
know.
So that's not doubled.
I'd say you can double the giant smite damage, but not the flat bludgeoning
Oh.
from your strike.
Okay, so I am rolling giant smites for these hits.
Yes, I'm fine with that.
All right, so first giant smite hit is 6 for the first one, and then the 2 for the second one, an extra 5. So that's 11 plus 10, 21 points of damage.
That's pretty good, and that's a good round. He looks very hurt. Despite him moving so quickly, even if he blocks your attacks, he gets shoved backwards, and his own fists go into his face as he's trying to block, and he looks pretty beat up already.
Action surge.
Okay.
No mercy.
Strike 1. Strike 2.
First will miss, second will hit.
And yep, that's plus an additional 3, so that's 8
Okay.
for the second hit.
It's not down yet, but he is already panting hard as you unleash this flurry of attacks against him. You are stronger than him and faster than him at this point, and he is very overwhelmed. Back
Excellent.
up to Nakarth.
How far away is this dude? This fight with Drost and
So right now
the
you're
other
in
guy?
you're in opposite corners of a 20-foot ring, so
Yeah,
Are you
shit.
about
probably
to-
closer to 30 feet, 25 feet.
You gonna
30
try
feet.
to KS me, boy?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Kill.
Especially
The
since
audacity.
he goes before you.
Everyone goes
So-
before him.
Yeah, exactly.
So that means
I
Nakaris takes all the
will-
kills.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna manifest my arms.
All right.
And for my action, I'm just gonna dodge.
Okay. Fair enough. The elf who did not give his name looks very puzzled at these and now glances down at his sword even more, even more tempted. It's like, is that... He looks puzzled as if he's considering whether or not that's cheating, but for now he decides he's okay with it. They look like
Is that
fists
the
after
work
all.
of an enemy stand?
Exactly. Regardless, seeing this, he's still gonna attack you. That's 2 swipes
Disadvantage.
from your dodge. Yep. So first swipe is going to miss. Second swipe, that's a... Both of those are above 20, so... 2. Fortunately, that's only 4 bludgeoning damage.
We get 8 boys.
Also, I don't want to interrupt, but upon seeing the elf like look down at his sword again, Carrick is gonna like try and maneuver himself around like the crowd, like just around where that elf is, just close to him.
Okay, roll me a stealth check. Or a performance
He's
check.
not even trying to be stealthy. He's just
Oh, you're
trying
just
to
gonna
get
move right up?
the crowd.
Okay.
Just to try and be like not like close to him in the ring, just like in the crowd, but like adjacent where he is in the ring.
Okay. Alright, it is Dawn the Dwarf's turn. He is going to attack you twice recklessly, Nakarth.
So straight rolls.
Straight rolls. That'll be a 20 and a 14.
Second one misses.
Okay, first one hits. So that's 6 bludgeoning damage.
He's fine. My man's okay.
Oh, I'm so fucked.
And
2 hit
then
points left.
the dwarf near you, Drost, Thon, he is going to strike you with his fist first. That's going to be an 18.
That does hit.
All right, another attack. That'll be a 12.
That hits.
And then bonus action, he's going to do a third attack. That'll be an 18.
That also hits.
All right, and now make me a Constitution save.
Oh god.
Bam, con save.
All right, you pass. That's 3 hits, though. For 8 bludgeoning.
Reaction, Stone's Endurance.
Go for it.
Take that down by 4, so only 4 are lost.
Okay, 4 more bludgeoning. And then 7 bludgeoning.
Oh man.
And it's your turn, Drost.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to smack him once right in the mouth.
Go for it.
Actually, first I'm gonna bonus action. I'm gonna pop my storm room.
Okay.
Um.
Remind me the
And
mechanics
then-
of that.
So I invoke the rune enter prophetic state for a minute until it ends. I can invoke advantage or disadvantage on an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check as my reaction.
Okay.
So since I just used my reaction for Stone's Endurance, I can't, which is good to think about. So instead, I'll second win.
You can use it because you had a new turn. Your Stone's Endurance was before your turn.
I guess.
Up to you.
I'll second win. I really should.
Okay.
So that's another 12 HP back for me.
All right. So as this dwarf thinks he's starting to, he's beating on your legs. Really, he can't really reach any higher than that. But as he thinks he's wearing you down, you suddenly just crack your neck and stand up a little straighter and regain some composure.
Hey, got me to half.
Nice.
All
Out
right.
loud.
Not bad. Not bad. That's 1. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 will hit. Yes.
So that's 6 bludgeoning.
All right. He's very, very hurt at this point. He's barely clinging on. He's kind of like swaying side to side as he's trying to stay up.
And
he
that's
goes
11 bludgeoning.
Yeah, he goes. Yeah, Drost, as he's like swaying back and forth and trying to hold us barely. You take your fist and just slam it on top of his head, and he just crumples to the ground.
All right, there's one down. I'm gonna step forward over him and kind of see if I can flank the other two with Nakareth.
Okay, you can flank one or the other with Nakareth.
I will flank the elf.
Okay. Nakareth, you're up.
Yeah.
Flanking we said was +1 or
+1
damage?
for now. Yep.
Okay. I will lay into the elf.
Go for it.
Oh, you have a +1 because we're flanking.
Whoop, that did.
That's how we're doing it, right? Just a +1?
That's right.
Yes.
That'll hit.
23?
Yep.
So that's about 24, and he takes 10 radiant damage.
Okay.
And second. Actually, making me a con save.
Okay. 17.
Fuck. All right, and then I'll take a second attack at. I'm so not used to roll 20. Forgive me.
All good.
Forgive me, Father.
Not roll 20. I mean this other.
The
Yeah,
extension. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, the 17, and then for the as a bonus action, I was going to disengage and move
That's a rogue
10
thing.
feet. Nope, I can spend a key point and do
Oh,
that.
right.
You certainly can.
Yep.
You can
I
with a
will
key
use
point.
Step of the Wind to disengage and put myself 10 feet behind Drost.
Okay.
Single cunning action. They just don't get to hide.
Right. Yeah. They can do
And-
the other things.
Plus, technically, whenever I use Step of the Wind, my jump distance is doubled.
It's pretty nice.
True.
All right. So, yeah, you make it behind Drost. The others don't take their attacks because you disengaged. And yep. Okay, so the elf looks kind of hurt. He's not like desperately clinging, but yeah, you did some damage to him. It is now the elf's turn, and seeing you kind of hop around to get behind Drost, he's going to immediately turn, and now seeing that you two are kind of, Drost is immediately upon him and he's 9 feet tall, he's going to reach for his sword.
As soon as he reaches for his sword, Carrick is gonna cast heat metal on his sword.
Okay. Fair enough. So the sword, so he kind of grips the hilt of the sword for a second, and then you hear, like, you almost smell burning flesh a little bit, and just hear the sizzle as he shakes his hand.
I look at the guy and I say, no, no, no. And I shake my finger. You gotta follow the rules, friend.
He just kind of gestures at the astral arms, and then goes back down. He grabs the
Not
hilt.
a weapon!
He grabs the hilt of his sword, and he's just going to swing it by the hilt. So this will be an improvised weapon.
Wait, the hilt?
Not the hilt, the scabbard.
Yeah.
He picks it up normally, but
Smack
I
you
didn't
with a
realize what.
scabbard.
Yeah. No, he's just gonna. He's using it like a club. He's just swinging around.
What the fuck?
All right.
D4.
It's better than literally no damage die.
That's true.
So he's gonna swing twice at you, Drost.
Okay.
First one's definitely gonna miss. Second one is a 14.
That hits.
All right. So that's a D4. She rolled a 1. So yeah, the 5 bludgeoning damage.
I don't know if you remember, but it's fist only.
He again silently just points his scabbard at the astral arms.
Those are fists.
You bring dishonor to the elves of Valen.
Can I try to take the sword out of the scabbard with my mage hands?
You can
Well, I
certainly.
think-
It's still his turn, but you can certainly try. I'll allow it.
Right.
Sure.
I
Give
will
me
take
a
it.
sleight of hand check.
All right. That's kind of weak.
All right. Yeah, unfortunately, he notices and just kind of yanks the hilt away from you so that you can't grab it.
Nice.
He is going to action surge and attack you again, Drost.
Oh, that's fine.
14 and 14.
All right. Yeah, both those hit.
All right. 2 more D4.
Shouldn't have taken off your armor.
All right,
What-
so that's 8 and 6 bludgeoning damage.
So
Dang.
14 total.
Yes, and he is going to bonus action second wind. All right. Now it is the barbarian dwarf's turn. He's going to rotate up to you, Dross, because he's not in reach of you now, and he's going to attack twice recklessly. First one is no, it's recklessly, so it would have been a natural one, but fortunately it is not. That'll be a 19.
Yep.
Second one is a 13.
Yep.
All right, both hit. Both do 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right. I'm down to 6 HP.
All right, we're losing this fight.
I mean, I expected you to land at least one stun.
It
figured
is
you'd-
Drost's turn.
I figured you'd attack all 3 and try to land a stun on each and not use your astral arms. That way we could, 2v1 people.
Strategy.
I may have made tactical errors.
Maybe. Okay.
Plus,
Let's
like,
see.
I didn't know how. Well, we
Well,
were holding off on the monk shit at first, and then turns out, oh, he's a monk and that's a barbarian.
Well, yeah, but yeah.
And one
uh,
cheater.
And then I needed to get the fuck out.
I'm gonna bonus action prophetic state now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hit the elf, and I'm gonna give my first attack advantage.
Go for it.
So 1. Okay. And then 1 of these. Damn, it's either 1 or a 6. So that's 6 bludgeoning, if a 19 hits.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then second swing,
That'll hit.
Probably hits.
Yeah.
and that's 8 bludgeoning.
All right. He's looking pretty beat up now.
I'll tilt my head along and say, Nakarat, quit hiding and hit them.
Gladly.
Speaking of, it's Nakarat's turn.
Nakarat, you got this, bud.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Come
Yeah.
on, buddy. There's a lot riding on this.
It's an enormous amount of money on the table.
16.
2
So
hit.
is that-
To hit the
to
elf.
hit- Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what was the first 10 as well?
First one was a 10 to hit the elf.
Yes, that'll hit.
Oh, that hits too?
He's not wearing armor.
Shit. All right. So he'll take 5 points of radiant damage.
All right.
And if he's still up after that, he'll take another 7.
All right. Yep. Still up. No, after the 7, he's not up. The second fist comes in and bam, he hits the ground.
Oh, thank God.
He kind of slumps. The sword clatters out of his hand across the arena, the makeshift arena.
All right. I'm also really glad I never tried to stun the barbarian. He would have passed that shit so easy. But then I will.
I would say you should still try.
I can't.
You used up all your key points?
Yes.
Arms
Nice.
the astral self are expensive.
Yeah, that's why I figured you wouldn't use them. And instead, just land stuns. No, keep going.
Oh well. Anyway.
We're in a fight.
I'm imagining you two just pausing in the middle of the fight to just give each other looks
Wrong
back
thing.
and forth.
Something talking is a free
There.
action.
Oh, what the shit?
So a natural one will miss.
Yeah.
Was this flurry
Yeah,
of blows
well-
or just a normal bonus attack action? action attack.
Bonus attack action because Arms of the Astral Stealth still only get one extra.
Right. So that's your turn then, I assume, unless you have movement.
So wait, did you move around me to hit them, or are you still just standing behind me?
I moved like 5 feet to the side, standing 5 feet away. I've got 2 hit points too. We're both fucked.
Yeah, pretty much, unless Jordan rolls super bad.
It's possible.
Please.
I don't know. You guys
The
outnumber
dice,
them.
the
2 to
dice will
3.
decide your fate.
Roll well, Jordan.
All right.
I have 5 gold on
That's
this.
it. That's my turn.
You wait 5 gold against our like
Miss.
700.
Thank you for the encouragement, George. All right. Mr. Barbarian's gonna walk up to you slowly and up smash, Mr. Joss.
Oh no.
Okay. That's a natural
Not
1
good.
and a 4 for a total of 9. So
That
the first one
doesn't hit
misses.
me.
All right, second attack. Second attack is a natural 20.
I
So
knew it. I was literally in my head. I was like, "This can be that."
I assume that's also towards me.
that's also towards you.
Fuck.
It's still 6 bludgeoning damage, though.
Okay. Good thing I only have 6 hit points.
All right, Dross is down. It's your turn, Nakarth.
All right.
Something about just up smashing twice in a row. They never see it.
Guilty.
Yeah, I don't have any
All right.
nothing else.
Bring
That's
it
all you,
back.
bud.
Let's go.
You're gonna need a lot of dice here.
Fetus, that fetus, man.
Okay,
Oh my god.
so the first one and the last one hit. The 9 does not.
Wait, isn't he attacking recklessly?
They're at advantage. This is true.
So that's
Oh,
one.
hallelujah.
So
Yep.
21 hits, 23 hits. Roll again just to eat the advantage on that one.
Okay. Sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So we got 15 radiant total so far,
Yep.
and you have one more bonus
Okay.
action.
To make 2 more attacks, yeah.
Okay. So I have one bonus action attack. So we've determined I've hit twice.
You've hit twice.
Yes, you hit
Yeah.
twice.
Okay. And roll 2 more times.
Correct. All right.
Did that roll once or
Roll,
twice?
roll again.
Yep, just once
Alright.
more.
Oh, right. Yeah, the 10 was from the last one. You're right.
Mhm.
Still gonna hit. So it's 6. So 21 radiant damage this turn.
Only get one more.
What's up?
Doesn't you get one more? I thought you were taking 2 more with your bonus action.
I only get
no.
one.
He can't. He
I thought you
doesn't have
said
flurry of
sorry.
blows.
Plus, with the Arms of the Astral Self, I only get one as a bonus action.
Gotcha. Okay.
I literally can't flurry with it, which
I see.
I
Interesting.
think is a little dumb. But
Fortunately, despite his barbarian rage, your radiant damage seems to be very effective. So he is looking pretty beat up pretty quickly, and that's kind of shocking to him. It just makes him a little more angry, but you're doing good damage.
Shit.
I'm dead though.
All right, it is now his turn, unless you would like to do anything else.
Nope. I just kind of stand there panting after an all-out flurry with the astral arms.
Okay. Here comes 2 reckless attacks. A 7? For the first
Miss.
one? Okay, and it all rides on this one. I got 2 natural 2s. So,
Holy shit.
you lived for now. It is your turn, Nakarth.
He takes these like. I feel like he's like staggering and like takes a giant. Here's a.
Oh,
like.
he's so mad now. He's just in a rage, just swinging wildly, and you can easily read where the fists are coming from.
Oh, come on.
God damn it, my 5 gold.
We can probably reimburse you.
Can I like hype him up? Can I do something?
Yes!
Oh. Holy shit.
All right, the first attack takes him out. That was it. The one more tap. He's so angry. He's raging. He's throwing his fist at you, and you just boop, right on the head, and he just passes out.
Nice.
And so, Nakara, you are the last man standing. The entire place goes wild. Everyone is cheering and shouting, throwing ale everywhere as they're throwing their hands in the air, and their mugs are splashing all over the place.
I just bow.
I storm the battlefield and I like boxing champion, raise your arm up.
I just kind of let
You
it
rough him
happen.
up a little too hard. Do you take
I'm-
damage? Drop to the floor.
In the chaos, barkeep.
I walk
Well,
in.
when I grab your arm, I cast your wound.
I'm gonna before anyone gets a chance to wake Drost up, I'm gonna like reach over with my astral arm and grab a mug of ale from any random table. I literally don't give a shit and pour it on Drost's head to wake him up.
Okay.
Points of healing, Nakara.
Whoa, you give him
Drost,
the
we'll say that revives you to 1 HP.
When I grabbed him and I lifted his arm up, I healed him at the same time. And then Carrick will run over and heal Drost.
So we'll say in all the loud, the excitement in the room, all participants are now awake at 1 HP if they were down.
Everyone in the room is at 1
8
HP.
HP for you, Drost.
I'm gonna turn to the barkeep and
Nice.
say, I need a bottle of whatever the finest spirits you have are.
Wonderful
That'll
fight,
be-
guys.
That'll be 10 gold pieces.
You got it.
All right, he hands you over. He
Wow.
kind of goes into the back room and comes back with and just hands it to you. Easily takes your money. It's happy to make that sale.
So I'm gonna just bring that over to Nakarath and just like put a hand around his shoulder, and I'm just gonna hand him the bottle and say, "You've made me proud today. Glad to be
Oh.
traveling with you."
Why, thank you.
All right, so
Yeah,
everybody
let's
who
collect
made
on our winnings.
everybody who made a bet on Drost and Nakarath may take back their winnings again. So it's double. You pay 50. You get your
Oh, shit.
500 gold. 250.
yeah. So you guys made 250 plus whatever else you added in. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Holy fuck, we got
You did me
Used to
proud,
beating up
boys. You did me
strangers.
proud.
so lucky.
Yeah, that was some serious luck at the end there. Wow.
That was unreal.
I can't
That
believe
was
it.
awesome.
My butt be clenching, man.
Same, dude.
So after
should
much
have
celebration, the dwarves are, sad to see their money go, obviously, but they're very glad for the competition, and they actually buy a round for the whole place. And after much celebration, you all head to bed for the evening, have a nice rest, and next week we will pick up from the final day of travel to Passage.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Sure.
fun, guys.
That was a great session.
Thank you. More profitable than most dungeons.
Yes. I wasn't expecting that much money on the line.
Man, we
I
got
had a lot of
like-
faith, and it paid off.
We're looking for a bar fight. Suddenly, there's like $10,000 on the table.
It happens every time, man.
when he said, so how much money are we putting down? The number I had in my head immediately was like 10 gold.
That's what I was saying. I'm like 25. We'll make it big. And everybody's like 200, 250. I'm like,
Oh,
what
I
the
love it.
fuck?
All right.
Carrick really threw me into that gear.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I had to start strong. I had to blow everyone out of the water first.
So I have to say, if we had Nala, that would have been a slaughter.
Oh yeah, If
Right.
it was 3v3, yeah.
I actually figured
I
this was a
realized
pretty
halfway
even
through that fight that my fists do D8 force damage.
One of your fists.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
You would have been
Oops.
broken in that shit too.
Yeah, I
Damn.
probably should have joined in.
God damn it.
I think you
Okay,
only
well,
get
we
well
were like
fought.
squaring up. I was like, oh, -1 strength. No way.
I think you only get
Oops.
one attack per turn still with that though. But still, it is a D8
Right.
of force. That is good.
But yeah,
So,
it's
absolutely.
reasonable.
Yeah.